Something strange happened on the oldest Anarchy server in Minecraft around 6 months ago. On the evening of June 1st, 2020, players were going about their business when suddenly the sound of an end portal opening rang out across the entire server. Players began freaking out because on 2b2t, there are no naturally generated end portals, so opening one should be impossible. The only working ones are near spawn and they're manually kept open by the server's admin, Housemaster. This sound going off was a red flag that someone had opened an illegal end portal. After this happened, I began searching for where the sound came from. I was led to all sorts of strange places across the server, but none of the locations contained the portal that I was looking for. I had basically given up my search when recently, an anonymous 2b2t player going by the name of Alex came forward claiming to know where the sound came from. The ruins of a base that belonged to the server's most notorious griefer, Popbob. Alex told me that if I wanted to know the truth behind the sound, I was going to have to travel there myself. Not only was there likely an end portal there, but apparently the original griefers missed an entire section of Popbob's base that was still intact. It wasn't easy, but I managed to obtain the coordinates from Alex. So today, we are on our way to the ruins of Popbob's base to see if this illegal end portal is legitimate. Once we can confirm the coordinates in-game, Alex said he will let us know the truth behind the sound.
Americans peppy laugh. 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 Americans
After
peppy
today,
laugh.
our search
Americans
could finally be over.
Americans
I have no
peppy
idea
laugh.
what to expect. Before we uncover today's mystery, I'd like to thank Honey for sponsoring today's video. Are on 2b2t heading out in the nether away from spawn. It's time to see if these coordinates are legitimate. The fact that this mysterious Alex is making us travel out there in person before giving us the info makes me a little worried that this could be an ambush, but it's a risk I'm willing to take, especially if it means documenting more of the history behind Popbob. Now, people always ask me, Fit, why do you mention Popbob so much in your videos? What makes Popbob different than any other griefer? Well, it happened 7 years ago. It was 2013. I'd been playing on 2b2t for a few months at that point. Even as a new player, I had heard about Popbob's reputation as a griefer and exploiter. It was said he would show up at people's bases unexpectedly and grief them, but I didn't think anything of these rumors. Since I was traveling across the server at the time, I'd built a small nomad hut in the woods around 100,000 blocks away from spawn. I spent a lot of time just fishing there. One evening though, while I was fishing in the river nearby, I turned to look at the shore, and there was Popbob, standing there armed to the teeth. He jumped into the river and I did my best to fight back, but without hacks, I didn't stand a chance. Little did I know at the time that Popbob had triangulated my position using the sound of thunder from in-game lightning strikes. It was in that moment I realized the stories surrounding Popbob were not just exaggerations. They were real. This event had a great effect on me and shaped the way that I see 2b2t to this.
I'm guessing lightning only spawns if you're in the area to save
day.
Performance.
Popbob was at one point one of the most powerful players on the server, which is why finding relics left behind gives us insight into the person behind the stories. So, I hope that answers the question. Now, let's get onto these coordinates. This place is really far out, so I've had to travel through open nether just to get close. I'm trying not to leave too much of a trace, which is why I'm using pearls instead of just bridging or digging a tunnel. But since this base used to belong to Popbob and hasn't had many visitors, I'm not taking any chances. This is the place, so let's light up the portal, hop in, and see what we find. Now, it's been a while since I've been to the ruins of a base that belonged to Popbob, so this is going to be an interesting experience today. I am curious if he is the one that lit this portal and caused that sound, but I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's take a look above ground. And, ooh, chunk border, perfect. That means that was generated in an old version of Minecraft. We are very close. Mushroom Island. This matches the picture that Alex sent me. So that means that the ruins have to be on this island somewhere. But as I'm looking around, I'm not seeing much just yet. But then again, it is griefed, so we won't be seeing a whole lot anyway, right? But there's gotta be some... Oh wait, up there. There's an E-chest. Alright, we're on the right track. We have to be getting close. Here's some furnaces and stuff. Oh yeah, we have to be getting close. Now, as I look around, yeah, there's like a nether portal up there. Oh, there's some more craters down here. Oh yeah. Oh, here we go. There's nothing left. I mean, I guess that makes sense though, because think about it. Popbob griefed countless bases in his time on 2B2T, so it only makes sense that anyone that would grief him would leave nothing standing. You know, it's not just about griefing to some people, it's about sending a message. But I mean, look, there's barely any blocks left from the build. There's like a few floating like stone slabs up there, but that's it. That's crazy. Now that we've seen the ruins, we have 2 points of interest yet to see. The ungriefed section of the base, and then the location of where this sound came from. I say we check out the ungriefed.
Let's say we check out the fucking location.
Dragon do a swan dive. Wait for it. A lot of explaining to do. Only a few hundred blocks away, so we have to dive down and get into this mine shaft. There's some player activity here, so this should lead us to the entrance. Here we go. Oh my god. 6 months has led to this. Popbob, you son of a bitch. You were hiding these portals here for 8 years. Even Housemaster didn't find them. I'm speechless. And it looks like someone's been living here using these as their personal end portals. Oh yeah, I have tons of questions right now. I need to talk to Alex immediately, but first let's investigate. I found these 2 shulkers in the chests, one that is supposedly filled with stacked totems, and the other one has some, well, let's just say some really good gear. I am not opening either of these shulkers because if there are illegals inside, I could revert them on accident. I set my respawn point, so in the meantime, while we're waiting on Alex to get back to us, let's hop in. Yep, just as I expected, here we are in the end dimension. Wow, just imagine having your own personal end portal you could use at any time. You want to see the Ender Dragon do a swan dive? Wait for it. Look at that. So majestic. Back at the portals, and I just sent a message to Alex telling him that we've arrived. So now we have to wait for his response. Luckily, there was no ambush waiting for us after all. So, let's just play the waiting game. I just heard back from Alex, and here's what happened. He spent the early part of 2020 looking for illegal end portals so that he could research teleportation exploits. He wanted to see if any of them were usable on the server, but his search led him here, where he noticed that one of Popbob's portals had an extra frame block that had no eye in it. He recorded himself placing the eye, and the rest is history. Despite the portal already being open, it made a sound anyway.
Video. Okay, so UT actually UT T E UT T E UT T.
Your insult has been patched, alright?
T E
Brexit is no longer EU.
T E UT T E UT T E.
If you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and a comment on what you want to see next.